Hi, it's Jocelyn. This is Advent of Code Day 25. That's right, it is already Christmas. Okay, sea cucumber. Bunch of lines with dots, V's, and chevrons. Every step, the sea cucumber is in the east-facing herd, so that's the ones that are the chevrons. Attempt to move forward in location. South-facing. Okay, and then after those are done, then the sea cucumbers in the south-facing herd attempt to move forward. This is kind of fun. Strong water currents is what causes the looping. That's hilarious. Okay, and we just need to find out when they stop moving. Okay, that sounds feasible. Okay. So we're going to parse this by first enumerating and then force the input. Line dot chars dot enumerate. We have our y and we have our x, and c can be a dot, in which case nothing happens, or it can be a chevron. Or it can be a V. We're going to have a C represented as a hash map. I'm actually going to just have these together. Okay. C dot insert at y and x. Y as I64 and x as I64. Actually, that doesn't matter as much because we need to do the looping, so U sizes are fine for this. We're going to insert the character, and we're just going to keep those as characters. Okay. Oops. So I'm thinking, do we want a function that says can move right, can move down? Maybe. Okay. So we're going to keep on trying stuff until we did a loop without moving. So in the first step, we're going through all the sea cucumbers that are moving east. So those are the chevrons, or those are the chevrons. Okay, so here's where we might have to loop around. So we need the max x and max y. Actually, I'm just going to do height and width. And we only care about what this is on so height is whatever y is on the last line plus 1. So this gets run every iteration, but you only care about the last iteration. And width is x plus 1 on the last iteration again. So we want to check if C dot contains key. This will be Y, because we're not changing that. And then X plus 1 mod width. And actually we care if that's not true. If it's not true, then we'll need to move it. So we move it after we consider everything and then we do the movements. Or we can just say next C. So equivalently, we can just be like, if it contains the key, then we keep it in the same position. We don't move it. Getting better at these, I think. And then we need to insert the character, which also needs to be dereferenced. Otherwise, we move up east. And we did a move. Okay, so the first one is the initial state, then I'll figure that in a second. Okay, so next we say C is equal to next C, because we move all the east ones, and then we do all of the, so if C is a V, so if it's one of the southbound ones, then we always just keep it where it is. And similarly, if C is equal to the chevron, or whatever you want to call that, then we'll keep it in the same place. This logic needs to be changed a little bit because it's going south, not east. Then also just X. There we go. In that case, we did a move. And then we say again, C is equal to next C. I think that's everything. Now we need to keep track of the number of iterations. So in this case, if we did, if it was correct on the first, if the final one was, the initial state was correct and we didn't need to change anything, then we'd set I to 0, we'd increment I by 1, and then we would break, because did move would never be true, and so it's actually I minus 1. Do you think I want to run this example? It says the example is good after 58 steps. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Oh, first of all, that X shouldn't be there. Hopefully that was it. That was not it. Okay, well, fortunately for us, I'm just going to do it to stop it. Fortunately for us, we have our example gives us lots of information. So I'm going to say if I is equal to 10, then we're just going to panic just so we get the first 10. And then for y in 0 to height, and then we're just going to print this, x in 0 to width, match next, match c dot get x. If it's none, we're going to print that. If it's v, or if it's some character, then we're going to print that character. Then we're going to print a new line, and then we're going to print another new line. And this will give us the first 10 outputs. Getting a little bit better at those, but there's still a problem. Okay, so those don't look right. Maybe I should print the initial state as well, just by moving that to the top. Okay, so the initial state is right. So given this situation, let's say I want to check after a single step of the sea cucumber on the left, only the south-facing sea cucumber has moved. Yeah, okay, but both sea cucumbers on the right have moved. That's probably a good example to try. Because I think that's what I implemented. But I don't see what else I could have gotten wrong. And the output for these two the output for these two are mixed, so I'm just gonna comment this one out. Sorry. Okay, that's really not what I expected. Oh my goodness. Is that really what I did wrong? Okay, that looks right now. I'm just gonna first not print it, or not panic, just in case that's good now, because I think it might be. Explicit panic, line 15. Oh. Well, that was a really silly mistake. I assume I'm just off by one. stop moving after, not the last movement. Yeah, because these two. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we get the right answer. This output's really slowing it down, so I'm gonna just comment that out. All right, we have an answer 429. All right, we continue part 2, and we remotely start the sleigh. All right, that was, oh shoot, I didn't show that. Well, I submitted it and I got all 50 stars. Another wonderful year of Advent of Code done. And if I click on events, you can see that I have all 350 stars. That has been a lot of fun. I think this year has been particularly polished, and I enjoyed this year, I think, more than the previous years. For everyone who's been watching my videos, just thank you so much. Y'all mean so much to me. And after this, I'm going to continue working on live coding videos. So I'm going to start a new project. If you're interested in audio processing, UI databases, or my voice work, make sure you're subscribed. If you have any comments about how I can improve these videos in the future, just make sure to leave a comment. But otherwise, Merry Christmas. I know this time of year isn't the easiest for everyone, especially not this year. But just I wish you all some peace, and good night.